Hi, I'm happy to be here. So when I was, thinking about getting ready for this presentation, I'm here with a software vendor, but I'm not really here to pitch a product to you. I was talking to Alistair about, the three main pillars of the conference, and you can see them behind me. And my background is in analytics and operations research, and so I really keyed on the concept of agile data. And when I think about agile data, I really think about having these data lakes, and here we are at a Hadoop conference, and being able to understand the status quo and what's really going on in your environment, in your organization, in the present, right? And being able to get the data that you need when you need it. But being an analytics person, I thought, instead of just knowing what's going on now, what if we could then think about things like agile analytics? So taking things a step further and being able to understand how to take action in your organization, think about things in a more predictive way. But traditionally in analytics, that would require that you take your data, pull it out of your environment, run a bunch of processes on it, predictive model, and then put it back into your environment. But that's not really possible anymore in the era of big data. So what you really have to do in order to solve those problems is to move the math to the data. And that means that now the decision makers can quickly, in an agile way, make agile decisions. They can figure out whether or not somebody has submitted a fraudulent claim, or what's the next best offer that you should give to somebody on the website, and not have to wait for latent data and IT to build a report for them, right? They can make those decisions as they need to. So let me talk about a couple examples. Say you work in a hospital, right? So when I think about agile data, I think about interesting things that I could pull out of the information that I'm able to save, right? Because now we're able to save a lot more data than we were able to before. So somebody walks into my hospital, and I can understand, have they been here before? What medications are they on? What's their history? But what's going to be a more compelling analysis that I can do and putting in the hands of the doctor would be, what's the treatment that will minimize the likelihood that this person's readmitted into my hospital? Right? So knowing what's currently happening is one part of it, but being able to take action that will compel them to not being readmitted, that's where really the value is. Say you're a retailer, right? So everyone gets a report where I want to understand what have been my sales. Maybe my sales, by now with big data, I'm able to know the SKU by store. But what if I could, on top of that, know for the next month, be able to forecast accurately what will my sales be by score, by SKU, and then looking across all the possible offers that I could give them. So you can make the decision makers in your retail organization figure out what the prices should be for all of the products that we have. And Alistair mentioned that I worked a lot with the federal government. And when you look at the Customs and Border Patrol, every day, thousands of cars come across our southwest border, and each Border Patrol agent only has 2 minutes to decide whether or not to let a car pass through or to send it off to secondary inspection to determine whether or not it has narcotics in the car. Right? So they get a bunch of information from the passengers, and they can verify whether or not the passports are legitimate or that car is stolen. Right? But in order to meet their mission and not to impede the free flow of commerce, they need to very quickly be able to identify the likelihood that this car has narcotics in it and figure out whether or not to send it off for next inspection. That's agile analytics. That's enabling those people to make those decisions on the spot. This may seem really challenging. What I would like to encourage you, and if you've been checking your email while I've been talking, I would just listen to this one thing that I have to say, and it's take that leap. Go from agile data to agile analytics. Start to think about those compelling things that you can find in your organization that are going to propel your organization. And it may seem like a big chasm that I have behind me, but really it's not that hard. And being someone that works at SAS, I will tell you that software vendors and technology vendors are here to enable you to do these sorts of things. What we've done is we've refactored all our algorithms so that they can run in environments like Hadoop. You don't have to go out and figure out how to rewrite your regression to be able to run quickly in Hadoop or in a big data environment. We're here to help you do that. So if you want to find out more about that, I'd love for you to come talk to me at the SAS booth. When you walk down into the conference center, you'll see us right on the left. Please come talk to me there. And at 11 o'clock, one of my colleagues is giving a talk around the art of prediction and how to incorporate visualizations and analytics into your Hadoop environment. Thank you.